Excuse me. All right, welcome back to Surge 2. We've upgraded some of our stuff. I've built all the vulture gear. We've got the full set bonus. Removes the battery cost for performing finishing sequences. That's nice. Increases the amount of tech scrap gained by killing enemies. That's cool. We can also upgrade to Mark II. We're not going to do that. I'm going to save my pennies, so to speak. But yeah, it's a little different setup from the operator gear. Oh, I forgot to do the fix. Hang on. Alright, much better. I think it was a VSync issue, but I've also fiddled with the textures a bit too. So hopefully that makes everything look a little prettier. We don't have so much glitching going on. But yeah, we've gotten a couple of levels. We're still, we're rigged out. I haven't picked any new implants because I guess we could use this one. But we came here to speak to Brother Eli, and this is important. Who are you?
If you want to go to the harbor, ask Brother Eli or get stuffed.
Good stuff. Alright. So we need to find Brother Eli. Music, love, question mark. Little Johnny deliveries from Terminal Z. We'll meet him later. Who's this lady? Middies, import and export.
Looking for something to buy? I'd love to make
Molly's.
you an offer, but my hands are tied.
Why are your hands tied?
After that nasty defrag disease broke out, I helped as much as I could. So whatever the children of the Spark smuggled into the city for a fraction of the price. After a while, I was drowning in debt. So I borrowed a bit of money from a nice young gentleman. I should have known better. He turned out to be nothing but a loan shark, and I was easy prey. But I'm no dotty old lady, you see? I know what's going on. His threats get more brazen every day. Soon he'll come after my grandkids.
I'll help.
Are you sure? I don't have anything to give you for your trouble, not even a penny. If you really think you can do it, look for a guy called Finn and tell him Miss Fox sent you. He's doing most of his business in Port Nixon these days. I owe him 2,000 tech scrap. If you can make that villain cancel my debt, I could buy new wares and stock my shelves again. I should warn you, though, Finn is a shrewd businessman. He'll try to con you out of everything you own.
Tell me about the debt collector.
Time was that little cheat would have already been thrown in jail. But nowadays, it's all about image. Below the surface, he's a con man through and through. Finn knows how to play the victim card. He'll take you to the cleaners if you give him any kind of edge.
Can you tell me about your debt?
Thanks for asking, young'un. I've learned a lot of things during my long life, so I'll just say this. You only start caring about money once you don't have any. I just don't know what I'll do if Finn comes after me or my grandkids.
Not sure that's 100% true, but it definitely feels truer. Custom wares for specialists.
In the smuggling business, eh? Don't worry.
Murdering business,
I understand. We do what we must to stay afloat. Here, take this. Maybe it'll ease your burden a bit.
Neat. Okay, so the Angel 6 body gear, we remember that. That was the guy who killed me repeatedly. In the first game, in the very opening area, he's the guy who looks like an astronaut. Same gear. Increases the attack speed and impact will wield any codename Creo weapon. That's pretty cool. Increases energy gain while wielding any codename Creo weapon. Okay, so it's pretty specialized setup, and it is we know it's heavy, so it's got it's going to have a lot of cost associated with it. And then there's the Aid Nightfall body gear. This is the essentially the riot gear the police / military are wearing. Battery is filled, restore a small amount of health. Nice. Increased drone damage when it's close to its target. Nice. This is probably what we want. Maybe not. Kineto Channel Dynamo heavily increases energy gain but decreases defense. 250 Nick. Jesus. Okay. Maybe we'll pick it up later. But we need to help solve Molly's financial problems. Find Finn the debt collector in Port Nixon and decide how to handle Molly's financial issues. Okay. Still, we need to find Brother Eli. Also, these guys are important. We want their stuff, but at the same time, they will become a plot point later. The game does a pretty good job of like intertwining all the little things.
Lord Eli.
That's
I'm warning you. This is your final chance. Who sent you? Was it my brother? Yeah! Of course. I should have known. Why did that witless cretin Johnny ask you to spy on me, Declan? No reason to hold back. He thinks you're out to get him! He thinks what? It's not like he's leaving me with a choice, is it? I've always honored our faith, preached the good word, and welcomed lost sheep into our flock. That's it. Give up. He will never learn the error of his sinful ways. He's brought this on himself by gorging himself on junk food like a glutton, indulging in carnal pleasures, and selling drugs to washed-up junkies like yourself. Wastrels, fornicators, heathens, the lot of them. You people disgust me. Soon our most glorious day shall dawn. The skies will be rent asunder with a deafening roar. The harbingers will descend and dispense holy, righteous justice. We will cast off our frail skin, flee our prison of the flesh once and for all. Soon there will be neither man nor machine, just eternal life. Do you really think that fat slob Johnny of all people will be the one to bring forth this new dawn? Trust me, Declan. This discussion is far from over. Justice will be served one way or another. I know there's something you haven't told me. Who sent you? Was it my brother? Welcome to our humble chapel. They call me Brother Eli. I've been taking a lot of lost souls under my wing. My disciple Truman told me of your coming. But enough about me. Tell me about yourself.
who's asking.
You really don't know who I am? How unusual. I'm Matriarch Celeste's eldest son, a humble shepherd with small ambitions. Everything I do is to serve the
Bullshit.
glory of the spark and its mighty nanite harbingers. As they descend from the heavens, a new dawn rises. Even now, we lead the charge, providing power and food to the surviving few, whether they join our cause or not.
Can you open the door downstairs?
The gateway to Port Nixon is locked for a reason. Nobody gets in or out without my express consent.
I just broke out of prison.
A hardened criminal, huh? Tell me, why did they arrest you?
No idea. I didn't do anything. I was in a plane crash 2 months ago. That's all I know.
Yeah, I remember that crash all too well. Damn plane came down in the middle of Port Nixon. Almost took out our cathedral. The spark must have guided you to me. I know what a coincidence looks like, and this ain't one.
Are you in trouble?
Glad you asked. I'm in deep water. Supplying our fellow men with salvage goods is getting harder by the minute. Everything I've accomplished is at stake. And the biggest threat is right here. Inside my own ranks.
What kind of threat are we talking about?
I've got a bit of a family issue going on. My brother, Lil Johnny, has always been in charge of Port Nixon's streets. After the nanomachines appeared, the outsiders came to drive us away. Our time had come. A real chance to prove our gospel's truth. We won. But Johnny's warped mind wouldn't give up the substance we used to expand our minds and bodies. The blue sparkle. Now he's nothing but a drug lord. Someone has to bring him to justice. I'd confront him myself. But there'd be hell to pay if anybody saw me interfering, as it were. Only an outsider can take care of this mess.
Okay, sure, why not?
Excellent. My associate downstairs will let you pass through the harbor gate now. Report to me once you put things to rest.
Where can I find Little Johnny?
He's hiding out in an old terminal in Jericho's harbor district, Port Nixon. The methods you use don't matter to me. All I care about are the results. His sinfulness must come to an end, once and for all.
What else can you tell me about your brother?
To be honest, we've benefited a lot from his supplies. But now that I know how he's earned his dirty money, I have no choice but to wash my hands of him. We've given him more than enough chances.
Who's this guy?
Who? Him? He's just one of my little brother's pushers. I caught him red-handed with a stash of drugs. I've been trying to make him come clean for hours, but he's been, well, shall we say, rather stubborn. He'll change his mind soon enough. Sinners always do.
Alright,
May
so
the spark guide you.
we've met Brother Eli. Jesus, that face. Your mission to defeat the mad drug lord Lil Johnny leads you to Port Nixon, where Flight 221 crashed down 2 months ago. Defeating Little Johnny at Terminal Z might also bring you closer to finding out why this girl named Athena wants you to find the plane. So we're pretty much, we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So this is the Church of the Spark. They have a different look than everybody else. They're almost, it looks like they're fused with their exosuits, which is kind of interesting. A little gross. But we've also met Brother Eli, who seems to be having a family issue. And he's got this big effing mace that will come into play later. But right now, he seems like a pretty solid guy, despite being a pretty thorough religious fundamentalist.
Hey, need some wicked drone implants? Cool by me, either way, but you gotta get on with it. I have so much stuff on my mind, it feels like my brain's gonna explode.
Are you in trouble?
Does it look like I'm in trouble? Well, yeah, probably does. Doesn't mean that I trust you, though, okay? You can't be too careful.
Can you show me your wares?
Yeah, you touch it, you buy it. We clear?
And you could buy graffiti, drone proximity adapter, increases damage drone closer it gets to its target. Molotov cocktail dispenser, grenade dispenser, what's this? Industrial magnet, pulls a target towards a combat drone. So yeah, we can't afford any of this crap, we're broke, but, you know. Also,
What the? That's mine. Give it back, like right now.
a plastic rose. I'm going to do this real quick, because we do in fact have to give it back. Oh, that's interesting, it doesn't show up in the inventory. Weird.
No. Seriously. Not cool. That's a memento from my ex. I mean, what would you say if I just marched into your workplace and stole everything that's not nailed down? This was a token of our love, you know? It's all I have left now. I'm a broken shell of a man.
No way, you're obsessed.
Whatever. See if I care. I mean, didn't want it back anyway. Didn't need it.
What happened between you and your ex?
Well, it's that age-old story, really. Boy meets girl, girl dumps boy. Everything goes to hell. Said she needed to find herself. Now nobody can find her at all. I heard a little rumor she's hooked up with that rich bastard, Lil Johnny, at Port Nixon. I mean, I'd go there right now to check it out, but I've got too many enemies in that part of town. Maybe you could, I don't know, snoop around a bit?
Sure, why not?
Awesome! I was hoping I could coax you into it. Oh, crap. I said that out loud, didn't I? I just really need some help. I'm freaking losing it here.
Tell me about your ex.
April went like totally bitch cakes after she found religion. Spark here, spark there, spark everywhere, except in our relationship.
Port Nixon?
Yeah, like the old harbor. That's where the shady punk-ass Lil Johnny sells his so-called drugs. I just can't stand that gassy sleazebag. I mean, have you heard those horror stories about the shit he gets up to in Terminal Z? Ew. Dude's like seriously depraved.
Okay,
All right, peace out.
that's Rex. He's also wearing a scarab, part of a scarab helmet as a welding mask. That's a cool little feature. We got one more NPC to meet.
Do I smell a new audio log? Come on over and show me. Hi, I'm Mr. Scrappy, your all-in-one rumor monger, information resource, and audiophile vendor. I'll scan every audio recording you have and reward you accordingly. So, what do you say? Fill me in on the latest gossip, and I'll give you something even better in return.
Yep. I mean, of course we're in.
I'm not surprised you agreed. After all, I've studied your profile. All you need to do is bring me your audio recordings every once in a while for review. Since I'm in a generous mood, I'll compensate you with a couple of exclusive lost recordings. Here, the first one's on the house.
Okay. April's Fool. Rex has been dumped by his girlfriend. April find audio evidence about her whereabouts in Terminal Z to give him some much needed closure. Cool. Hearing aid. Mr. Scrappy will reward you regularly for collecting new audio logs. You pay him a visit every once in a while. Since we're going to get audio logs anyway. Oh, there it is. Plastic rose. Attacky, cheap-looking plastic rose. Smells of sweat. Gross. Prophet's key card opens the doors to Seaside Court. Alright. New audio log. Outtakes.
Hello, I'm Kyle Baker. Baxter. Sorry. Baxter. Can we do this one more time? I forgot my name again. Cut. Did you know that Blue Sparkle Diction is becoming a net? Blue Sparkle Diction? What the hell is Blue Sparkle Diction?
It's Blue Sparkle Addiction, Mr. Baxter.
Got it. Guess it was a problem with my addiction after all.
Cut.
This is ridiculous. The Creo Anti-Drug Foundation? Who comes up with this trash?
Mr. Baxter, we paid you in advance.
Did you? You did? Oh, right. Sorry. I must have spent the money on Blue Sparkle again.
Cut.
Hugs defeat drugs? Who writes this button now? That's right. Okay.
You wrote it yourself, Mr. Baxter. Could you please just do it one more time? Correctly this time? Honestly.
What? You don't even know what you want. You can't direct an actor of my caliber like this. This is impossible. No, I won't do it. No money in the world is worth this agony.
Welcome back, unknown stranger. So, how about sharing some information?
What's going on in Jericho?
1 second, I'll check my database. Have you heard about the Great Wall of Jericho? The governor had it erected to keep defrag at bay. At least, that's the official statement. Most of my clients believe they've isolated this place to sweep us under the rug. Literally and figuratively. Whatever that means. Check back in soon. I'll keep you in the loop.
Why would you help me for free?
Nothing in this world is free. By accepting my help, you've already agreed to my terms of service. I'll give you all the information I have and sell everything I know about you to the highest bidder. It's a fair deal. Agreed?
Check my audio files.
You have collected less than 10 audio files. Come back later. You never know what rewards I'll have in store. I will only say this once. The password is Keymaker. You'll know when to use it.
That was fucking cryptic. Yeah, so... It's Mr. Scrappy. He's kind of an asshole. But yeah, we need to go head into Port Nixon. That door loops us around outside, and essentially that lift that was locked when we came in the last video. That's all it does. It takes us to that lift, and there's some rooftop shit we can do, but we don't have the equipment to use it just yet. We will once we come back out here, so we'll get to see that. On to Port Nixon, where we must find Lil Johnny. I'm sure that he'll live up to his namesake. Based on the picture we saw. Okay, this place looks like shit. That's encouraging. This is what I meant by the graffiti. Oh, we have a view. Alright, the port and the nuclear reactor. The cooling towers for a nuclear reactor.
Evacuate Port Nixon, they said. Use force if necessary. Yeah, right. These people don't want to be saved. They killed everyone. I'm the last survivor. But we found something at the harbor. Something big. Flight 221. And there was a survivor. We lost the girl. Failed our mission. I'll have my revenge. Just you wait. You goddamn bastards.
This doesn't look good. Oh, these are the aid guys. Apparently they didn't take kindly to them coming in and tell people what to do. These are mines. They suck. And this is a turret. Ow, 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 ow. It's a turret drone, apparently. Oh, right, he has, exploding helpers. Disarmed. Also, new gear. Spark Aspirin's arm gear. Also, new weapon. In Spark Engineers Multi-Tool. Technicians and mechanists of the Spark use these anointed tools to maintain their creed's holy machinery, from robotics to weaponry and extensive physical implants. As devotees of the Spark advance in their enlightenment, they seek out engineers to craft, purify, and implant new technology into their flesh. Yep, we've seen that already. Stamped? We've read this. Hang on. Where is it? Inventory. Schematics. There we go. New Spark Recruit is like a newborn, innocent human flesh that's easy to kill. Each new initiate must walk his or her own path to true enlightenment, and a Spark Aspirin's gear is the first step. As soon as this gear is mastered, the more and more tech can be implanted.
All outsiders must die. My food spark will open your eyes and bring true salvation at last.
So, if you weren't sure what Johnny's motivations are, that little speech pretty much told you everything you need to know about him. Fortunately, I don't think there's a focus location for that, at least not right here. One of the things that I absolutely abjectly failed to talk about last time, I started getting there and then I kind of shit the bed on that one. It's the weapons and gear. So I'm going to do this now while I still have a coherent thought in my head. One of the big changes they've made to this game is they've made the weapons and gear valid through the entirety of the game. So you can, if you wanted to use this salvaged gouger through the entire game, you can. There's nothing saying you can't, and each one has a trade-off. This one has a much faster attack speed and does more damage than the Kate 2.0, but it has a lower stamina consumption, but it doesn't have that electricity damage, and it doesn't have as much energy gain. It doesn't have as much impact. You get the idea. But they've done the same thing with the ammo. Or armor, ammo, Jesus. Unlike the first game where it was each new piece of equipment was a clear upgrade.
Come on, just try it. It'll expand your consciousness.
But what if there's no going back? My brother had a dose of blue sparkle once. A few weeks later, we found him dead in the gutter.
That's what your mom tells you. Because she needs a scapegoat. Because she can't face the fact she drove him to kill himself.
But
don't worry. This will make the pain go away. Forever.
You can stop whenever you want. Okay. But just this once.
This is the blue sparkle they're talking about. Gallons of this stuff are in here. All right, let's go in here.
Hey, can you hear me, morons? Who turned the damn power back on? I shut this medbay down for a reason, you good-for-nothing gas bags.
Says who?
Who? I'm Lil Johnny, your frickin' lord and master, shit for brains. Once I find you, I'll gouge your eyes out with a rusty spoon.
Sorry, can't hear you. Bad connection.
What?
Can't hear you over the static.
Trying to be a wise guy, are you? We'll see how witty you are after I've strangled you with your own vocal cords.
Hooray! Medbay unlocked. So yeah, Lil Johnny's as pleasant as ever. We're gonna go ahead and bank all this stuff. Can we level? We can level. All right. More stamina. More battery. We can also build this thing. Oh, Sentinel class Sentinel. Yeah. So now we have classifications. Weird that it didn't show up originally. Anyway. Yeah, so we're running Sentinel gear. Oh, also the set bonus for the Spark, Aspirant's gear. Full set increases attack speed while affected by poison. Partial set reduces the duration of poison effects. Yeah, that's going to be a theme here. Unfortunately, Port Nixon is just filled to the brim with garbage. Drug leftovers. Blue Sparkle. Yeah, it's pretty gross. There's the ascending hook, which we can use to get up there or come back down once we get the grappling hook. Another hook here, going down towards. What is that? More scrap. I don't know. And then another one here. So this area is pretty thoroughly... oh! We're gonna spend a lot of time over there. Doing a lot of dying. Because I hate that place. Alright, crates. Smash the crates. Smash the crates. Revenge boss. Ooh. Crates. Large pile of scrap. Or pile of metal scrap. Anyway. Revenge dude, because sneaky son of a bitch. So, alright. There we go. So, yeah, alright. SNR Jackdaw, this is a major upgrade from the Metamorphosis Talons, but that's because it's a level 2 or Mark II item. One of the benefits of working with Lil Johnny is the opportunity to pillage shipments arriving at Port Nixon. One Creo shipping container full of SNR Jackdaws was enough to outfit all of the Spark aspirants in Lil Johnny's realm for the foreseeable future. Yep. More scrap. Yeah. I hate this part. I don't like it because it's a turret. There we go.
Repent your sins, heathen.
No thanks.
Judgment Day is nigh. This.
Ow. These guys hit hard, but that's because they're hopped up on drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad, okay? I might as well collect it all. Heal. Pick it up. Alright. So, moving into Port Nixon. Hello, stranger.
Oi, honey bags. Got some tech scrap for a poor old beggar.
How much you need?
Oi, governor. How about a piece of tech scrap so I can feed me starving family?
Mortimer Gideon III. Sure, don't spend it all at once.
Oh, that's mighty generous, Gov. If you want to know anything about this bleeding city, just say the word. Mortimer Gideon III is at your service.
We know what he's going to spend the tech scrap on. Tell me about the warehouse.
Warehouse? Good one, mate. We call it Terminal Z. That bloated pile of pus Johnny runs his ruddy drug empire in that crap hole. Peddles some stuff called Blue Sparkle all over the ruddy harbour. Stuff's more addictive than bourbon. Or so I've heard.
Know any shortcuts?
Let me think. Yeah, you see that street right in front of you? That's your direct route. I'll tell you, it's pure anarchy down there. But if you're a bit of a wuss, just use the ruddy side road. Might be able to avoid a lot of hassle that way. Then again, I wouldn't journey into the unknown all on my own, but maybe that's just me. I appreciate your patronage, Gav.
Thanks, Mort. Yeah, this kind of looks like a disaster area. As to be expected. Hey, look! Heavy goons! That'll be fun. But this is the end of the video, because we're out of time. And I'll see you guys in the next one when we go straight on to assault the warehouse, I think. Yeah.